In today's video, I'm going to be building a house in the shape of the number 3. So the other day, I built a house in the shape of the number 8, and you guys loved that. So I thought the next most interesting number is definitely the number 3. And I'm really excited to see how this house turns out. So let's get building. All right, so I'm actually going to have to remember what the number 3 looks like. So I've just looked it up, and I think this one here is like going to be the best. Because as you can see, it's like in a square. And in BLOXBURG, you can only really build in squares. And I don't know how big to make this. I think maybe like 4. I'm gonna like make them very slightly rounded. What? Okay, this does not look right to me. Okay, guys, I think I'm onto something here. Can you guys see the 3 slowly forming? I see it, I see it. Okay, I think that is our 3. And so let's add the walls in. And the style that I'm going to be doing this 3 house in is contemporary. So it's going to look kind of like this. And here's another inspiration picture. I don't really build like that often, so I thought it would be fun. But yeah, a mistake I made when building the 8 house was I forgot to add a roof. And it made it really difficult. And it's actually so satisfying, like putting all these dots around. Oh no, that one mistake. Wow. Oh my gosh, that actually does look like a number 3, I think. And I'm going to do the floor in strips because if you just place it down normally, look what it does. It looks absolutely crazy. We cannot be having that. And let's look at our inspiration pictures. What color's the floor? It looks like it's marble or something. And that actually means, I know I just made a massive fuss about the floor, but marble is one of the textures where you actually can just place it. Because obviously marble doesn't have a direction, so it looks fine. And before we go too far, we should probably design the layout of this house. So I want it to have at least 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. And I want it to be kind of open plan. So I think in here we should have a laundry room as you first walk in. I'm feeling off to the left can be the kitchen, dining room, living room, and that can all be open plan. And then this side is where we should probably add a wall in. And this is where the corners get so annoying. Like, what is this pointless corner? Maybe if we do it like that, then in here can be like a bathroom or something. In here can be like the master bedroom and the master bathroom. And then the types of walls they have, it looks like it's just white. And I think that looks nice as the main color. And these houses don't really appear to have top wall trims. They only have bottom ones. So I guess we'll just add some along the bottom. We might as well start off with the entryway. So I think it would make sense to add the doors in, and I'm going to use these arched panel doors. And as you can see, contemporary makes use of like crazy colors, not like neon pink, but I'm thinking we could have like subtle yellows as the doors. This entryway is perfect for me for like a round table to go in the middle. And then on this, we could like mismatch some of this random decor, like a metal pyramid and some books. I think that looks quite nice in the middle there. Over here, I think would make sense to have a little bookshelf. And guys, I remember when I first joined BLOXBURG, all I would do is put these default bookshelves. They look so plain and ugly. But recently, I actually discovered that this bookshelf, which has been in the game forever, is actually really nice. And you can actually make quite a unique design of items on here. If we look at our reference picture again, there's a bookcase in here. And it looks like they have some candles or something. So candles you want, candles you will get. And by the way, guys, life hack, I'm pretty sure candles actually don't make your bills go up. So if you want to light up your house and have cheap bills, use candles. Although I don't know if that's 100% true. I just saw it somewhere. And yeah, I think that looks good for our little shelving unit. Something that can actually fill up spaces quite well is an axle. Wait, axle. Wait, what is it called? The thing that you paint on? It is called a decorative easel. I just can't spell. Maybe we could have one of those over in that corner. And one thing a lot of these rooms have is like crazy plants. Like they literally have a tree in their living room. So I'm going to make sure to add a lot of plants in this room too. And I don't think I want a wall here because that separates it a little bit too much. So I think instead I'm going to use some plain thin pillars. And I can't tell if that looks good or bad. I'm going to leave it for now because it's something interesting. The last thing we really need to add in this room is like a hat stand. I think I'm going to use this big crazy light. And guys, is it just me or does your coloring system keep like going grayed out like this? And I also realized I haven't added any windows in. So it looks like they have traditional style windows or really modern windows. I think I'm going to make a massive sleek window going along this wall. And then these windows were kind of like the polar opposite. So we'll also add a couple of these around the build. And I think that is good. So let's actually get building on the living room now. I think I'm going to use a TV stand for this build. This hollow one, I think I've never used because like obviously the orange color, like look at that. But if you actually change the color to be something nice, I don't think that looks too bad actually. So I think I should put some paintings either side. And then in this middle bit, we can maybe have some shelves because we do need storage. And because this is the wall with the TV on, we could make it a feature wall. And you forget there is some wild textures in BLOXBURG. There's literally a texture with elephants on it. But I'm thinking we maybe do a dark wood wall like that. Looks kind of cool. I'm in the mood to make a custom sofa. So we can do like a round one and then a couple seats. So the sofa that they have looks a little something like this. Then maybe on this side is where we can have these one. And it looks kind of crazy, but I like the style. And the coffee table is made out of glass, so this circle one's perfect. And whoever lives in this house, you can just tell they're such a cool person. Like, look at this furniture, it looks amazing. And I think for the living room, that is good. Now this place here, you can just tell it wants a fireplace, so we're gonna give it one. Now, if you remember in this picture here, look, it has this really cool like stone texture, and BLOXBURG actually has that exact stone. Then we can even use some of those planks from earlier, or pillars, whatever they're called, to put either side. Now we can do the dining room, and it feels weird doing the dining room before the kitchen, but we're just going rogue today, guys. So what table should we use? Although it looks a bit low, doesn't it? Is that lower than other tables? No, they're the same height. That just looks really low for some reason. And then let's center that in the middle of this room. And the kind of chairs I feel like that would be at this table are these ones. I think we should also add a table runner because I always forget to do these. And we can at least give it some plates just so it's not so simple. And I wasn't going to have a carpet underneath this, but I think we actually should. And I'm going to make the carpet the same color as this sofa, so it sort of ties the two rooms together. This corner over here is a little bit bare, so I'm going to make a console table. And I forgot to add a beanbag in the living room, so do you think it would look weird if I put one just like over here? You know what? I don't think that looks too bad. It's just like a little extra place. But now it's finally time to do the kitchen, which I'm really excited about. So you guys have been bringing to my attention that I always use the modern counters and I always use the most expensive everything. So have you noticed in this video, I've actually been trying to not use the most expensive items because I'm actually missing out on some really nice looking stuff. This is also one of the really awkward rooms because it's like at an angle. And if we look at this contemporary kitchen, as you can see, it's a bit modern, but if we use a wooden color scheme, maybe even linen, I think this can actually help to give us the contemporary vibe of the house. Now, I will use some cheap stuff, but I will never give up my favorite oven. And tell me, does that look really bad if it's like the same color? I don't know why I'm asking you guys because you can't comment till this is done, but I think it does look a little bit bad, to be honest. And I don't know why, this actually looks kind of like a realistic house to me. I know I say that a lot, but like this does. You wouldn't know you're inside the number 3. So next we need to add the sink, and this sink, guys, is the cheapest one, but it literally looks the nicest. And that's just me proving my point that you don't have to get the most expensive stuff to look nice. Although that one rule does break for this coffee machine because this is definitely the best coffee machine. Do you know what I've never added, I don't think? Dishwasher. I always forget them. So which one blends in? This one kind of does. And I'm going to put a little frying thing here. We should probably put like a fan above it, but nah, it looks better without. And I want some tiles, but I can't be bothered to go and do decals. So I might just use these built-in square ones. I just accidentally made the marble from the floor, but that actually looks kind of nice. Building hack alert. We should probably add an island bench, but I don't think we need one with stools. How cool does that look? And also it's practical because it gives you loads of room for storage. Beautiful. That is our kitchen basically done now. The next part is the little laundry washroom. And my friend actually told me that you should use glass doors for your laundry rooms. And then we can actually use this counter. And I love how cohesive it looks now because obviously the counters are the same in both rooms. But no, we're not going to put a fridge in here. We're going to put a lavish dryer. And then it looks fine like this, but I'm quite a perfectionist. So I like to add a little basic shape in here and just pull that up. We can use some more of those tiles here. I still can't believe I just found that out. I think along this wall here, we can just have like a shelving unit with a couple soaps and stuff. Then on the other side, we can just have some towels. And I saw actually in my friend Alaska's video, she actually put them on like a coat rack. And oh my gosh, how cool does that look? Thanks for that tip, Alaska. But yeah, we don't want to overcrowd this room too much. So I actually think that looks good. And with the glass. So next of all, we have this tiny room here, which is going to be like a guest toilet. It's so hard trying to like see where you're building in these small spaces. Then we can put this little yellow towel down under here. I might try and make a tile wall, just one wall tiles. If you guys want to know a good light for bathrooms, it's called a geometric chandelier. It looks so vibey. And that is that tiny little guest bathroom done. Actually turned out really nice. Now we have the master bedroom. So I think there's room in here for a closet and a bathroom. I mean, look at it. I'm feeling on a roll with the bathroom since we just did one. So I'm going to do the second bathroom now as well. And this is actually kind of a place where the shape is going to help. We can maybe build like a built-in shower. Is it just me or does that look lower? Can you make it higher? Oh my gosh, you can. Then it's like floating. What would be the point in having the drain in mid-air? Okay, we'll just put it on the floor. And I'm going to use this basic indent. It's a very thin shelf, but we can have just enough room for some soaps. And we can just have a classical bathtub going along this way. I'm going to use one of these bookshelf things. things. And this is basically going to be where we store all the toilet paper. The last thing that you really need is a sink system. So I'm going to use these counters again that we had in the other room. But I'm actually going to remove the sinks off here and add in some floating ones on top. Oh my gosh, 3 sinks for a 3 house. We'll have some shelves along there. And I think, yeah, that's good for the bathroom. We just need to add some lights. But now we should probably do the main room, which is the bedroom. And so I'm going to go back to these big windows, I think, for this room. I think we should start off with the bed. And I swear there was a contemporary one. Yes, there was. And then to fill the space behind, we can use some more of these tiles. But yeah, I think that is good for the bed. I've gone for a bit more of a plain vibe for the pillows, but I think that looks nice. Another thing that you have in your bedroom is a desk. So we'll put a little laptop on here, as well as some other decorations. Over in this area, I think we should have some seats, and I also added a big fireplace in. But yeah, I think that is good for the bedroom. It's a very, very spacious bedroom, actually. And so the last room is this little closet area, which is rather thin and got a really weird shape. Yes, I'm going to use some of these stylish closets. I found out the other day that these ones actually look really nice. And when you use these, it means you can actually make them like a couple of different colors. Apparently our favorite color of clothing is blue and gray. We can put a little blue ottoman in at the end and a little mirror as soon as you walk in. And with the lights added in, that, guys, is the whole 3 house completed. And oh my gosh, from the side, sneak peek before we look around, it looks so cool. So before we go in, I just want to say I'm actually really, really happy with how this turned out. If we zoom out, we got a really nice looking 3 shape. I think the inside turned out even better than when we did the number 8. Now let's go and look around. So as soon as you open the door, you are met with just this beautiful, colorful area. The entryway is literally filled with popping colors. The first room is the laundry room. This is one of my favorite rooms because I love small rooms. Then in this corner bit here, we have our first bathroom, which is the guest bathroom. And then the last door in this entryway leads into the bedroom, which so far is my favorite that we've seen. It has its own little seating area and fireplace. Then over here, it has a desk area where you can sit and do work. It then has its own ensuite bathroom, which again, the color just pops in here. You get your very own triple sink, which is really, really handy. And then just next to the ensuite, we have our very own closet. So this is probably the thinnest room in the whole house, but look how many clothes you can store in here. Now, if we go to the other side of the entryway, we have our gorgeous living room. I like how we used a bunch of different seats in here as well. We have this incredible modern window and this beautiful dining table. I mean, look at this. You can just sit here. I mean, there's no food right now apart from this fruit bowl. And then the last room, which is another favorite, is the kitchen. It's got a beautiful island bench in the middle, and then along the sides it has all the appliances and like decorations that you could really need, and it's just a beautiful kitchen. So yeah, I really like how this build turned out. If you want to see me do some more builds or maybe even make another number house, then make sure to subscribe. Make sure to comment down below if you liked the video, and thank you all so much for watching this, and I'll see you all next time.